Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 8th episode of the MBU Podcast, the official podcast for the Marvel Brickfilm universe. I am one of your hosts, Alex from Legocloneaddict Productions, and today I'm joined by my fellow Men of Steel, Jack from Jampod Studios.
That would be me.
That is in Twit. And we got two guests today, Kris from Legit Animations.
It is I, the Green Goblin.
Excellent. And Mario from the Lego Bricks.
Hi.
Whoa!
I don't have a
That was-
dramatic introduction.
That was such a letdown. That was, you've already failed.
What
You
is
failed.
this back?
No more clapping. All right. Hey, how's everyone doing today? Good? Maybe?
Quite
No?
Pretty well.
We're going to do a little member interview
Thanks.
because that's what we do at the beginning of every podcast. Yeah. So, Mario, Kris, when did you guys join the MBU?
Alright, well, it's probably more difficult for me to explain this. But I originally joined in March of last year. And then there was a whole fiasco and crap. And then I ended up rejoining around like end of January. And then Kris did a few days later too, I think.
When did you guys start brick filming? In that case.
Yeah,
All
Kris, you can go first.
right. I would say probably late 2009, early 2010, around there.
Wow.
But then, like, when I first released my first YouTube video was 2011,
Ooh. So, was that on Legit
and then like all of
Animations?
those got taken down because they were crap, obviously. But
So, was that on Legit Animations then? Or was there a channel before that, or what?
there was a different channel name actually. Originally, it was Freight Monster 1001. And then it
that is
progressed
smart.
over time from Fox Force 27, that other Kid 101, and then Legit Animations now.
I thought you
lot
were
of
getting
names,
confused
yeah.
with your name there. Mario, what about you?
Well, at first, in like 2008, I was like watching, just classic story of watching Forest Fire and Kesha and stuff. I just thought it was like really cool, but I couldn't comprehend how to do stop motion, so I was just like doing video mode practically for like
all too
Yeah.
common. All too common.
Couple videos.
Yeah, I think we all did that.
and then skipped to like 2012, and that's when I really started the Lego bricks and stuff.
Mhm.
Then I closed the account. I made a new one called Lego Brick Studios, which is my current one. But then YouTube made an update where you could like make your name anything on Google Plus. I just named it Lego Bricks again, and that's really the
God, everyone remember the huge backlash everyone was given about Google Plus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Still don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone does, but it's a lot better than everyone thinks. So, which of your guys
Stop trying to make Google Plus happen.
So, which of your guys' films was the most fun to make?
I think actually one of my most fun projects was the Lego Batman vs Superman Dark Knight Returns fight.
That was sick.
Like
Yeah.
I
it was
don't know, it's more fun to like recreate something because like more like strenuous, I guess.
Mhm.
And just like overall more fun. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have like all the audio done for you, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy too, but it's also I don't know.
Underoos.
Oh shit.
Chris?
Sorry. I'd say my most fun to make film would be the Captain America Christmas Infiltrator.
Oh yeah.
It was like it was one of my very first like fight scene videos, and so it was just fun to work with that being
Awesome.
my first, and
Yeah,
yeah.
it's awesome. Yeah.
So, in that case, what's your favorite shot that you've ever animated? Just like,
Well, this is getting deep here.
yeah, I know, right?
Ooh.
These completely not predetermined questions. Spur of the moment. Right here on the MBU podcast, because we're all about that spontaneity.
All right. It'd probably be in my newest film, the Batman versus Superman fight. The one where Superman like blasts his laser vision at one of the trying to think of the name, the pole, I guess, and he just like collapses on the Batman.
In my episode 4 of season 2, in the prison break episode, where it was like it was near like after they were about to break out and stuff, and the camera just kept panning back and forth to all the villains speaking to each other. I don't know. I just thought it was a cool shot.
Speaking of Spider-Man, Mario, can you tell us a little bit more about your Spider-Man series? What's to come? Maybe.
Yes. Well, Spider-Man is definitely gonna be encountering more of his like rogues gallery. Like I'm gonna try to get some more of the classic villains that you haven't seen, such as Sandman coming in the next episode, and then there's a big backstory behind him coming soon to other videos too.
Mr. Sandman.
And
give me your memes.
expect some more stuff with. I want to think of a way not to spoil it. I have nothing else to say. Keep it a surprise.
All right.
Oh yeah, Rhino's returning too.
Yeah.
So it's John Cena. That's the big spoiler.
Oh no!
Spider-Man.
The biggest.
Spider-Man versus WrestleMania.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm sure that's a thing. You know that's a thing already.
Scooby-Doo did it, so Spider-Man can do it.
Oh god, that was awful.
So Kris, can you tell us a little bit more about what we're gonna see in Blade?
Ooh. Okay. So
Yeah,
so
I
far.
thought I left you out. Did you? I believe no one.
Well, I don't think I've really like said this to publicly, or publicly. But recently, I decided to scrap what I had originally and start new, since what I had originally was a part of the Marvel Saga, which I was a part of for a couple months. And then so I just wanted to bring in a couple of Jack's ideas, and then we just collaborate on the whole thing together instead of just bringing or like figuring out which stuff we want to keep from the Marvel Saga plan and add it to the MBU, if that makes sense. We're just script writing right now. Well, yeah, that's probably all I have to say now.
Cool. Look out for Spider-Man and Blade coming eventually. Probably very soon for Spider-Man. All right. Speaking of Spider-Man, second time I've said this. We got a preview Mario brought with us today for one of the newest MBU videos, which honestly this podcast may come out after it comes out. But Spectacular Spider-Man Episode 5. Yeah, we got a preview for that.
Woo.
And nice.
Sir, we need to get you to a safe place.
What's going on?
2 intruders broke in, Mr. Osborn. There. Too much for our security teams.
Get every goddamn unit down there to detain those freaks now! It's pretty cool.
Damn, Daniel.
Nope, we're not doing that. All right. Check it out.
Too late.
Nope, Alex, I already Alexed that out.
Oh,
all right. No.
Darn.
That's a shame. And for Days of Projects Past, we got Daredevil Episode 5, Date Night, which Jack insisted that we do for Days of Projects Past, 5 minutes before the podcast.
It's my favorite episode. Okay, so Leapfrog was like a stroke of genius. Like him, he's hilarious, and like the whole scene in the bank. I mean, like I know it's really like silly to just say, oh, it was really funny, but it genuinely was. Like and Foggy's like subplot, like with him on a date and stuff, like it's kind of hard a lot of the time in like superhero fiction to do humor that's like A, balanced with the action, but B, genuinely funny. And I don't know, I think the episode got it really well, and it was like a really sort of like it was a nice break from larger plot lines, and it was really sort of human feeling, like ground level, like properly ground level.
Just do it! So, how's your soup?
It's actually really good.
So recently, in the MBU, a few videos have come out since the last episode, kind of, in a way, since the last recording date, actually, which was 3 weeks ago. Regardless, we had Avengers Raft Breakout, Black Panther by Rad Visuals. I know Nick was working on that one for a while, kind of like interchanging it between Raft Breakout and Moon Knight. And I think it turned out very well. My favorite part is like when the guy shoots Black Panther, or he tries to shoot Black Panther in the head, and he just like dodges it out of the way. It's great.
I wouldn't bet on that. Oh, we're wise to that trick, my lordship. Fool me once and all.
Next up on the new spotlight, we have Nova Episode 1, Distant Worlds, long awaited by FazeBrick01. Hashtag
Re-uploaded.
Phase. Yeah, because of his television silliness. Hashtag Facepalm. Apparently that's a thing now. I found this out this morning.
The memes are too strong.
The memes are strong in this one. Use the force. The memes? I don't know. Yeah, no, Nova Episode 1. FaZe has been working on this project since he joined, really, back in December.
Yeah, thereabouts.
And he's been putting a lot of work into it. It's really shown through. We've got multiple Novas throughout multiple timelines.
All the things you could ever want from an episode of Nova Corps. Exactly. Is a fantastic poor villain. I can't even joke about that one because I think that was my suggestion, but oh well.
You're not getting away from me.
So project updates. What's everyone been up to in terms of like video production? I know that a lot of people are kind of taking a break on MBU projects and just working on the obligatory Batman v Superman or Daredevil video.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Why don't we start with Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, to Catch a Tiger, Mario. Let's see what I did there.
You've been saving that up for the last half hour, haven't you?
I have. No, I thought of that like 4 seconds ago. 6 seconds ago. But
that
Mario,
was really nice.
Mario, what have you been up to?
Well, I don't mean to date this, but at the moment I'm working on Spider-Man episode 5, and it's wrapping up pretty nicely. So that should be out soon or already out when I rewatching. And then I'm going to be working on Iron Man episode 1 after that, which is written by Alex and Jack's story, I believe, too. And that's going to be really cool, too, because, I don't know, I'm just really excited to work on it, too. I got a ton of bootlegs for the occasion, for the suits in the background and stuff.
Nice.
I don't know, I just really like this story. It's going to play out really well. And hopefully, since they're shorter scripts, I can get them done faster, like maybe in like 2 weeks or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's really all I'm working on
right now.
Episode 1
should be, actually, I'm not sure. Episode 1 should be quicker to make, because that one doesn't have a whole lot of, well, there's that one shot in the beginning. Okay, never mind. I did.
Yeah, I know
my
what you're talking
previous
about.
statements. Yeah. Anything else?
I think I'm gonna be doing Planet Without a Hulk in June or something.
Cool.
I don't know when we're gonna work on that. All right, just go ahead, Kris or someone.
Yeah, why don't we go to Kris?
Christopher.
Well, I just released my Batman vs Superman video, which I've been working on for a while, and I guess now starting on Blade. Yeah.
Yay!
Woo!
Yay!
Woo!
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 It's been 10 years.
Woo!
In Azkaban.
Oh my God, no.
This is what happens when you get a pot ahead on the podcast.
Yeah. Too many memes, mate. Too many memes. Too many memes. Too many memes can spoil the broth.
God, I love Too Many Cooks. Like that's such a good like. Oh my god.
I showed it to Darren the other day. It was.
Had he never seen it? Oh
no,
my
he
God.
hadn't. And then we watched like the one about Jesus. I forgot which one it was. But all those weird like Adult Swim shorts are great.
Yeah.
So why?
I'm meaning to watch. Oh, sorry.
Oh no! Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Mr. Talkie, why don't you talk about your projects, Jack?
Oh, damn, Daniel.
Nope.
No. I did it again. I've been working on episodes 3 and 4 of The Defenders. I've sort of got like bits here and there done because like I've basically like the the Ultron stuff with White Tiger and Power Man, like the younger Power Man. They've been appearing in the post-credit scenes for the last couple of episodes, but then, after they got captured at the end of Black Panther, the Gold Vibranium, but I'm actually doing, sort of what happens next to them in episode 4, I think, and I've shot the opening scenes for that. And then episode 3 is like nearly animated, but it's going to be a while still. Like, I think mid-April for that, and then mid to end of May for episode 4.
Yeah.
But I got a DC video coming out before that, so my channel won't die.
Woot woot.
Nice.
Woot woot. Because
Yeah. So.
How about Alex now?
Oh no. Oh, I shouldn't.
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah, Howling Commandos.
The interviewer gets interviewed.
No.
Ooh.
The interviewer is the interviewee. No, Howling Commandos episode 2. Working on that. Just got stuff to do.
Ooh.
I've just been kind of slacking. So, crucify me. Go ahead. Anyway, but I'm going to finish up shooting a scene, and then I'm going to do a little short Batman v Superman spoof. I think it's going to be called Batman v Superman Dawn of Amy Adams.
Involving Brainiac.
No. Though it is involving the Grosso guy. He's got a little cameo.
No, we need Brainiac.
Should I spoil the after credit scene?
No. Well, I have the line right here on my desktop if I could find it.
Nah, it's alright.
Okay, yeah,
We'll save it for the video.
What else do I have? Yeah, no, that's really it. I released a Civil War clip. Oh wait, no, I already said that last episode. We did a test stream the other day, testing
that was crazy.
testing some technical
I had
stuff.
to get out of there.
If we ever want to do like an MBU live stream. So now we can do have a chat in the corner, and it's background stuff, multiple video feeds if we ever want to do an MBU live stream. So
Fan art of Akash with sharks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The fan art.
His favorite animal on the entire earth.
And Charlie Cox with him too.
There were some. God, we got 103 various instances of fan art. That was so. I could not believe we only had 30 people watching as well while we just messed around.
Yeah, they got busy.
We did it for 4 hours as well. We just started out with talking about stuff, answering questions, and then we played Minecraft for half an hour, and then
I was only there for 10 minutes. You guys went for 4 hours?
Yeah, 4 hours.
Yeah.
And 15 minutes.
Well, I left after a while.
I had nothing better to do.
3 hours
so,
or 2 hours.
But
didn't Jonathan come in at the end?
Yeah, he did, and for the
yeah, he actually did.
For a lot of the.
Oh, come on! I missed
Jonathan Dent
with his little sexist comments.
Yeah. Yeah. So if we ever want to do a live stream on the MBU channel, we can do that. Yay.
Sweet.
Yay.
But did you put it private?
That was the most insane.
I did privatize the test stream because that's it's kind of
good. There was too much.
That's a PR disaster waiting to happen.
Oh god.
My god.
It's also a little bit incriminating. So yeah.
A little bit of discrimination, but
a little bit of discrimination as well.
Only a little bit, so it's fine.
Yeah, a healthy amount.
It's all good and dandy.
A healthy amount of discrimination. So that's it. Yeah.
Yes.
Project updates. All right, so a lot of stuff's happened recently in the media. Oh, I got quite an
BvS.
No, stop.
No.
We're
talking about
Beavers. Oh wait, no, that's not what BvS is.
We're talking about TV first.
Okay.
And the Netflix series Daredevil had a second season.
Oh.
Most people watched it. Some didn't.
Daredevil.
Darren?
Yeah, Darren.
Hey.
No. Darren's gonna get sad again.
Darren, we love you. It's okay.
We love you, Darren. I just use one of those launcher things that comes in all the new superhero sets and just launched it across my room. Anyway, so Daredevil season 2. What did everyone think about it? Good, bad,
It was
Not as good as
actually-
ugly.
I was
Not as
actually
good
amazed.
Not as good as season 1, and honestly, like Daredevil himself was the least interesting bit of the series. Like as a courtroom drama, it's fantastic. As a Punisher series, it's fantastic. But as Daredevil versus the Hand, it's a bit like
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I don't know how I felt about that.
I thought
It's
the,
a bit-
Go
yeah.
ahead.
it's a bit Buffy season 4. Like it doesn't really know what it's doing. It's still good, but it's like it pales by comparison to how focused the first series was.
Mhm.
You know, like how everything was consistently good there, whereas like bits and pieces were good in season 2. Karen is a great character.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I thought that the first 4. I was watching it. I was watching
Yeah.
the first 4 episodes, and I thought, man, this is incredible. This is way better than season 2 or season 1. And then I kept
It was.
kind of.
Those 4
It
episodes.
was. And then I kept watching. I'm like, and then
Yeah.
it's like, hello, Matthew, and then she comes in, and then that kind of
There's
messes
a war,
everything up.
Maddie.
There's a
war, Maddie.
Like, when did the war even happen?
war,
Like,
Matty.
was that
Um,
rooftop scene the war?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there was that scene where like he was getting like toothpicks stuck into his fingers.
Oh god,
God, that was
I-
gross.
Why do they always do that?
Uh,
Why
Like
do they
Jessica
always
Jones?
specifically put? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. It's
Wait.
just,
What happened to Jessica Jones?
No.
When
Oh.
Luke Cage was in the hospital in the season finale, and then
Yeah.
what's it called? Claire used the needle in his in his eye or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like they always find the most disgusting ways to do stuff.
Yeah.
I think part of it, like, because when they did Daredevil series 1, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're not gonna be too graphic. We're just gonna like, like in all the interviews, like we're not gonna be too graphic, but this isn't film. Like this isn't ABC. We can do a lot more than the films can." I think they were secretly like, tittering to themselves about like, "Oh, they're gonna be so surprised to see this in the Marvel universe."
Yeah.
I
And
think
then
they're still
season
doing that.
2 hit.
Uh,
Yeah,
oh my
it's
god,
like-
that was really.
Oh,
Everyone
the
expects it to
shotgun
be
scene.
brutal by then, so just
Just
like,
the- Okay, I think the producers or the writers of the show saw the positive feedback that they got from that one, like from the hallway fight scene, like the continuous shot
Yeah.
in season
Yeah.
1, and they
Oh,
did
yeah,
and
yeah.
they did about 4 of those in this season with various
Yeah.
characters.
either that or they absolutely loved like the original Old Boy.
Yeah.
Because you've seen like the corridor fight from that. Like,
Oh yeah,
that is-
that one's nuts. They just keep going back and
Yeah.
forth. The American version isn't really that great, but the
I
original
can't bring
one
myself to watch it.
is incredible.
Yeah.
And there are
To anyone
some,
who's serious about film, go watch Old Boy when you're old enough,
oh, God.
if you're not already,
You just
because it is brutal.
yeah. What else? Just like I can't stop thinking about like those 3-minute straight fights, singular
I know.
shot fight scenes, like down the stairs, and
Yeah, what do
I
you
know,
think?
that
Was
was
that
incredible.
better than season 1?
I think it was.
I
In my opinion.
preferred the simplicity of the one shot fight in season 1. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, they're
The one in season 2 felt like it was just they were trying too hard. Like it came out really nice, but it did just feel like they were trying for the sake of it, rather like in the first one it was sort of fresh and innovative,
right. Yeah.
like for Daredevil. But
What else? So people didn't like Elektra. Is the general consensus here?
I thought she was okay.
Loved Elektra. Good. She was
better than-
Silence.
she's pretty good.
No.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, I
She got
thought she
worse.
was. I thought she was there. She happened.
Yeah,
She was
I'm gonna
also
get
pretty,
stomped on
She
for
was
this,
also
but-
pretty good in the boxing scene.
As we saw in all the. I honestly forgot about all that stuff until the Akash fan art
Yeah.
stuff happened.
oh yeah.
But like, I really, besides Elektra, I really enjoyed John Berthal playing Punisher. Like,
Oh,
I felt like he did a
he
really good
killed it.
job, and he like fit the character really well.
It's fantastic. One of the best parts of the series by far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was kind of getting like a similar vibe to like between the Punisher and Claire. I'm bad with names. The Punisher and Claire with kind of like it was kind of like a Hulk, Black Widow thing in Avengers and Age of Ultron almost, because like One of them's kind of like the monster, and the other one's like, no, I'll bring you
Wait.
down to earth, you know?
You mean like Karen?
Oh, Karen, that's her name. See, I told you I was bad with names.
Right.
Claire's the nurse, right?
She's the nurse.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I wonder
so
why she
Karen.
wasn't really in the season. She was like 1 episode or 2.
I don't
Yeah.
know. She was too busy.
To
Half
me-
the time she was with Foggy.
She was too busy saving Jessica
Yeah.
Jones, which apparently I didn't. I guess Daredevil season 2 takes place like only like a week or two after Jessica Jones season 1, because it was set in like late December 2015, and then
Yeah.
Jessica Jones was set in early December, so that's fun.
Jessica Jones is far superior to all of Daredevil, though.
Yeah, it still is.
Not to say Daredevil is bad, but I just mean like Jessica Jones is kind of in a league of its own.
Right. Yeah, they're different shows. I mean,
Oh yeah, very different. But
Jessica-
people are going to make all these comparisons though, because they're both kind of, quote unquote defenders. They're both of that sort of like, because I mean, basically what Netflix are doing is they're going for the same attitude like Marvel did when they actually first published Jessica Jones in Alias. It was part of this thing that was like, I think it was called Marvel Max at the time, and then it became Marvel Knights, which was like darker stories, more mature stories, and that's what they're doing with the Netflix shows. They're going for the same sort of approach to the material.
Mhm.
So like people are going to make the comparisons, but yeah, they are very different shows.
What else do they have? The final fight scene. I know that Jack hasn't seen it yet, but it just felt underwhelming, to be honest.
Disappointment.
Because you see, like, in the episode. I'm sorry, Jack, if this is kind of
It's okay.
spoiler
It's
for the
okay.
fight itself.
Yeah.
But you see, like, I'm not sure if it was earlier that episode or the episode before, but the Punisher, he goes into that armory and he holds like a minigun. He sees like a minigun and they focus on the minigun, and then he's just like on the rooftop and takes out like 3 people. He just kind of snipes 3 people.
Without using the minigun with a sniper.
He could have, yeah, right. They just leave the minigun behind during
Exactly.
the whole debacle. Though he did spray paint on his logo, so that was cool. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I don't know. It was so disappointing.
They should have had like 200 more ninjas. He could have just been spraying them all down.
200 ninjas.
He could have.
I'm sorry. We can only budget you about 20.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
And it was on a rooftop too, so I don't know.
I want the lights on them. There is another point I wanted to bring up.
Unless they just did like, you remember the multiplex fight in like series 1 of Flash? Imagine if they just tried that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I actually thought that looked pretty decent. I was really surprised when they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I don't know how this got onto, well, no, I do know how this got onto Flash, but still.
What else? So I guess Elektra's not dead. Do you think she's gonna be revived for season 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, because that's the thing, is like in the comics when the Hand like regularly resurrect characters, but when they do, they like become like servants of the Hand. So they did that to Elektra for a while. They did that to Wolverine and North Star, and they did that to they didn't do that to Daredevil. They just like corrupted him another way. But yeah, so like so I think that's what they're gonna do to her and make her like antagonist. I don't know how I feel about that, but like obvious choice.
Yeah. I don't know, man. So there's Daredevil, I guess.
Daredevil,
bro.
Daredevil.
At the end of Daredevil, though.
Protector of the forest.
Yeah. At the end of Daredevil, though, we saw a little teaser for Luke Cage, and
Oh my god.
I said it on the podcast before. I was very skeptical of Luke Cage. I didn't think they were gonna make it interesting, but it looks interesting. All right,
Yeah.
even with that like little 20-second teaser, and like 8 of which were the titles, but of that like 17-second teaser, I'm on board for Luke Cage now. I'm gonna give it more of a chance than I would have before, because it seems like they're going for a different tone, right? Like for Daredevil, they're kind of going for like the action kind of thriller tone. Jessica Jones, they're more of like the crime drama, and Daredevil's also like a courtroom drama. It feels like Luke Cage is going to be kind of more street level, more street level than it already is, but
Yeah.
street, I don't know how to
They've already
explain this.
they've already confirmed that Iron Fist is going to appear as well.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
Like
yes.
that was the prediction
I mean,
I
the tone
had.
of Iron Fist kind of changes depending which volume you're reading, but generally he's a lot more like, even when he's at his most severe, he's still kind of fun in a really dark fun kind of way, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that will come across into Luke Cage.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they have a really Cage has a really tragic backstory, and I don't want to say anything because obviously the show will be different. It already is from what they've set up from Jessica Jones, but again, he's a really complex character, and I mean, obviously, if Jessica Jones and Daredevil are anything to go by, well, and Punisher, I guess, then they're going to do him justice really well. So definitely something to watch out for.
Was the Punisher series ever confirmed? Was that a thing that was happening? Or was
It wasn't confirmed.
That was just
It wasn't
fan
confirmed,
speculation?
but I would be very surprised if it doesn't happen. Very surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think they're ever gonna announce season 3 of Daredevil and Punisher?
Well, when is Defenders slated for again?
2017, I believe.
2017.
Yeah.
So will they have?
But this
Daredevil
is
season
the
3?
thing. They've renewed Jessica Jones for series 2, but they haven't said when. But
It's probably going to be
they're probably going to do they're probably going to do series 3 of Daredevil, and possibly. But the thing is, at the moment they're only doing 2 Marvel series a year, so I think probably next year and onwards they might up it to 3 because of how successful they've been and how much they want to get through.
Then of course we have and then all the hand stuff is that's probably going to be the plot for Defenders, I'd imagine, right? Stuff with the hand, maybe, or do you think that's going to be more for Iron Fist?
I don't know.
I think either the hand or do you remember the IGH setup in Jessica Jones? The people that gave her powers.
Oh
basically,
yeah. I remember.
I think that's gonna have more of a thing because I mean, obviously I don't know how it would play into Luke Cage, but there are already so many connections back and forth between them, and I think that they will tie that into the corporate aspect of Iron Fist because he does still run a multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah.
And I think IGH will be a sort of a medical contractor that will in some way be a rival maybe or something. So I think I don't know. I think I'm just speculating. Also, there was the other thing, which is IGH, MGH in the comics is mutant growth hormone, which is what non-mutants take to get mutant powers temporarily. So I think IGH might be inhuman growth hormone or something like that. So it could be, I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much. I'm probably reading too much into it, but I think there is a strong possibility that we could be seeing that in some way.
I found a little quote from John Bernthal about his future as a Punisher in the MCU, and he responded, "For me, it's not a question of what they want to do." Okay. For me, it's not a question of what they want to do with the character. It's more how are they going to do it and who's going to be the ones who do it. The character is in my bones now. He's in my blood. If they want to go forward in any way, for me, it's just really going to be about making sure we do it in a way that's raw and intense. I want to push the envelope. I want to alienate more of the audience and try to bring them back. Which is what Daredevil did, Punisher did in season. He starts shooting up people, and then he kind of has those moments in the hospital with not Claire, Karen, and then kills more people, and then he has that moment in the diner where he makes nice with Karen again, and then he slits the guy's throat and kills those guys again. And then the Colonel
shoots the guy with the shotgun in the face.
Yeah, that was.
I'm going to shoot your face in the face.
No.
So there's that.
Ding 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 ding.
So-
ding.
Yeah, we don't know yet. Maybe or maybe not. In I guess, superhero-y news, for TV at least, Forest Fire 101, the famous or infamous, I guess, Lego animator, on the internet, inspired lots of people, like a generation of animators to pursue animating stop motion animation with Lego. He's actually got funded, or at least he's been working on this animated series for like several years. Not stop motion, but like traditional animation for several years now. And it's called Eames and Barry. And we just got a trailer today. Oh, damn it, I dated our content. It's March 31st, by the way. No, but he did it. He released a trailer today. It's a show about two cops. One is a capybara, and the other is a I said it earlier, manatee. I think the other one's a manatee because it's not a walrus because it doesn't have the tusks. And they're cops or detectives in the 50s in Boston, and so they gotta solve a crime, their biggest crime yet, which is about a guy that steals purses on a bus only. And yeah, so it looks great.
It'll be interesting.
It looks hilarious, and like the animation style is great as well.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of Archer, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
I think the same.
It just looks
But like,
incredible.
it's also like the sort of the intentional grime, you know, because it's like it's sort of like it's like Borderlands, like in terms of like the cell shading to make it look like a cartoon, like the CG aspects. But it's all done in a way like it kind of it's meant to look sort of more like a sort of a more grisly like world that this crime drama inhabits, and then of course they're all like animals, so it's all kind of hilarious at the same time.
It's kind of like
it just looks so nice.
It feels kind of like a cop movie with Zootopia a little bit.
Yeah,
but it just
that's called Zootropolis in the UK.
Really?
Like, for whatever reason.
So did they change? Did they change like all the lines in the movie to say Zootropolis?
I have no idea. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to because it's supposed to be great,
it's a really good movie. I saw it like a week ago, and it's really good.
Wait, it's already out? Oh, damn, Daniel.
In America.
I need to go see it.
America it is.
In America.
But usually Europe gets movies before us, right? Like a day.
Yeah, like didn't we get? No, we didn't. No, we didn't get Batman v Superman before you.
Oh, well, it's very inconsistent. Because like, didn't Europe get AOU like a week before?
Oh yeah, we got
America?
it like ages.
And that's how
before
everyone found out about like the Quicksilver dying, except for me, because I'm a champion at avoiding spoilers. But
you didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I did not see that. I did not see that coming.
Didn't see that coming.
Didn't see that coming. Yeah. What were we talking about? Eames and Bernie. So I looked into it a little bit more. Yeah, not Bernie, Barry. Yeah. So I looked into it more. Apparently, since last year, I think Disney bought Maker Studios, which is multi-channel network on YouTube. And Forrest is a part of Maker Studios. And it looks like Maker has a program. If you're 18 and older, you pitch them an idea. If they like it, they'll give you like up to $1,000 to make a proof of concept video. And it might eventually become a TV series. And I think that's what Forrest is going for here. I was looking through the comments, and he said that he's going to be uploading the first episode to his channel, which we don't have a release date on yet. It just said coming soon, but I'm sure they're getting close on it. But it's going to be kind of like a pilot episode, see what the response is, see if, kids like it, and then it might get picked up by Disney XD, because Disney XD and Maker kind of have like a cross collaboration thing now. So that's cool. Yeah.
He's growing up so fast.
He's in like his 20s.
How old is he now?
He's like, I feel
like 23, 22, 23, I don't know.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah. I feel like it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe 21, 22. Maybe Jack. Well, Jack's 12, so.
Plus 8.
Plus 8. It's 20. Yeah, there you go. So there's that. Eames and Barry, make sure to check out the trailer. Support Forrest, because I really want to see this series get picked up, because it looks incredible.
Yeah, it looks hilarious.
And in more TV news, we had the Supergirl Flash crossover. I didn't see it yet, because I was...
that was such a mixed bag. Such a mixed bag.
from what I've seen, it's just feels like a standard Supergirl episode with one funny joke and one funny joke
With an
about
unfunny joke?
No, one funny joke about the CW. Very meta.
Oh yeah. That was genuinely funny, but the rest of it, Supergirl's sense of humor is a bit odd. I really enjoy the show, but I don't think it's very good.
Feels like I've been watching like the last few episodes of Supergirl because I just let it pile up and then watch it while I edit stuff. But it feels like their sense of humor is try to go for as many references as humanly possible. I just watched the episode with what's it called, Prism or something like that? Not Prism, Violet. It's it's basically Brainiac, but it's a girl.
Indigo 5. Yeah. She actually played Supergirl in Smallville.
Really? I never saw Smallville.
Yeah.
I gotta see Smallville.
I used to love Smallville like so much.
Wasn't there?
I think I have seasons 1 to 7 on DVD. Because that was the good bit. The rest of it was not.
Supergirl makes so many references. Apparently, there was an episode where like they were remaking that scene from Superman 3 where he was like flicking bar peanuts and breaking bottles, at a bar.
Yes.
And then apparently the blur, like in the Supergirl Flash crossover, isn't that what they called Superman in or Clark in Smallville?
It's season 8 and 9. 8 and 9, yeah.
The blur.
He was the blur.
Yeah. He
was just the blur.
So, anything noteworthy? I know that Jack doesn't like the villains at all.
Yeah, they're really poorly constructed characters. Like, oh my god, there are just so many things I could say about what's wrong with Livewire and Silver Banshee. I mean, first obviously is the costumes, particularly Silver Banshee.
The costumes in that show are just bad most of the time. Their costume department. It's
so
not
weird.
bad, but it's not
good.
So
weird because so Supergirl's costume is great.
Yeah,
the CGI and general design for Martian Manhunter is incredible.
Right.
And then we get stuff like the actual fight sequences are pretty poor, and then most of the alien designs are basically like, I don't know if anyone's ever seen Grimm, but they're kind of like the less good ones in Grimm in terms of prosthetics.
It feels like, with all the progress that we've made in like superhero shows in the past, I don't know, like 7-8 years, it feels like with Supergirl we took a step back like 2 decades.
I'm glad Supergirl exists though, because I mean, like aside from it, I mean, it's fun. And
it is a fun show.
It's really inoffensive, but it's also like the only female-oriented superhero show at the moment. Well, no, Arrow maybe, but
Arrow kind of, Legends a little bit. That's really it.
No, I would say Legends is still male-oriented. I would also say that Legends is totally not worth anyone's time, but.
I gotta finish that series.
Yeah. Supergirl and Flash crossover though, like a really big problem with it is it takes place 2 episodes after the Flash, so we don't even know how he gets the tachyon device that's in Supergirl crossover because they still haven't showed it in Flash yet. So it's like weird timeline.
Yeah, I'm willing to overlook that though, just like for now.
Oh,
just because I know scheduling in the US is kind of weird.
Yeah.
You're all kind of weird.
We are kind of weird, aren't we? Land of the free and home of the brave.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't see this episode's of Flash or Arrow because I'm on spring break, so I didn't think to look at it. Yeah. All right. That's it for TV. That incredibly bloated discussion. What are we sitting at here in terms of time? Ooh, okay, 45 minutes. That's fine. This will just be an extra long episode. Movies.
Yep.
Namely,
BvS.
BvS.
Wow.
So, BvS is kind of interesting in the way that it kind of happened. Everyone was pretty hyped for it, and then we saw Spidey in Civil War trailer, and then everyone's like, "Dude, Marvel." and then like a week before BvS, people were like, "All right, I'm getting back to BvS. I swear." I'm excited for it. And then BvS happened, and then it's probably one of the most mixed movies I've seen in terms of like people's reviews, impressions of it.
Oh yeah.
All the critics, that was super annoying. Not the critics themselves. People being like, "Oh, this movie's gonna be bad because the critics say it's bad." Because people can't think for themselves, and they're all drones.
I hate that.
And then we got the movie.
Yeah, well, this is the thing with... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, we got the movie, and that's all I was going to say.
Yeah. The thing you got to bear in mind whenever you look at critical reviews is that generally critics go, like, actual sort of, professional critics go into a film with, like, a different aim in terms of what they get out of it, like, versus the average viewer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're looking at it from a different perspective. Like, they're not looking at it purely from an enjoyment perspective. They're looking at it to... like pick it apart, like look at sort of textual meaning, how it's shot, is it, that kind of thing. Whereas, that, which is I think was sort of where why Batman v Superman is so divisive, because it's actually, like, in my opinion, it's actually quite an enjoyable film. Not in that it's fun, but like it's a really good way to spend 2.5 hours. But it's not good.
Yeah, in terms of like an actual movie. It's mediocre. Okay, to be honest, let's just...
Best word.
It's not...
Yeah.
It's not great.
Where would
it's
you...
not good. It's good.
Where would you put it on the spectrum of, like... Where would you put it on the spectrum of, like, Batman movies, I guess? Do you think it even breaches any of the... Or do you think it's even better than any of the films in the Dark Knight trilogy?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't touch any of them at all. It's probably better than the Tim Burton ones, which is not something I say like
Tim Burton ones.
Yeah.
No, the first Tim Burton one's great.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
Second one's meh.
But like, the second one's meh, and then like Batman Forever is good as a follow-up to the Adam West series. And then Batman and Robin is just. I mean, like that is the room level atrocious. Like,
I mean, to be honest though. It doesn't even touch Batman 66 in my opinion. But then again, Batman 66 is the best Batman movie ever created. All right, the camp is too real and it's too much fun to make fun of. It's like The Room. It's so bad it's good. It's so dated and campy. It's good. That's why I love Batman 66. I gotta get that Batcave set at some point in the future.
Oh, it's so expensive though.
I know. Yeah. It kills me on the inside.
So here's the thing. I went to see Batman v Superman with a couple of other like film student friends of mine, and we all came out saying exactly the same thing, which is Zack Snyder makes a much better cinematographer than he does a director. Would you guys agree with that, or like disagree, or because in my opinion, the opening battle in Metropolis, like from Bruce Wayne's perspective, like it was just so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really like the opening shot with the Wayne murders. Oh, sorry, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
No, I agree with you. I don't really know what else Zack Snyder has done. I know, Man of Steel.
300.
300, yeah, that wasn't exactly renowned for its story either, was it?
No, I mean, it looked great. It looked like a sort of emotion comic.
That's what you say about Zack Snyder movies. They look great.
Yeah. And it's like Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Man of Steel, like the best... Man of Steel is actually really like it gets hated on so much, but in terms of like how it looks, like pure visual level, it's absolutely fantastic. The world end fight is incredible. The first flight sequence is incredible. It just falls down in story and in like character development.
And the color grading too.
I can forgive that a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, it's just because I watched that one video where like someone color corrected it, and it looks so nice.
Yeah, no, that's kind of like ruined Man of Steel for like everyone.
Wait, he did Watchmen? I gotta see
Watchmen. He did Watchmen.
I gotta finish
Watchmen is one that I really like Watchmen.
I gotta see it. I haven't finished the I gotta finish the graphic novel though before I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So BvS, let me just say, what is it with like superhero movies and having like kid versions of the superheroes that have like the bowl cuts? They got it for Matt Murdock in the Daredevil series, right?
Yep.
They got it for Bruce Wayne in Batman v Superman. I'm sure there's another example or two in the dozens of.
Wilson Fisk and Daredevil.
Oh, that's a
Well,
good
didn't
point.
you have
That's a good
a
point.
cut during your origin story?
Yeah. You haven't
I
even.
guess that's just the new standard.
I had the
Yeah,
worst bowl
everyone
cut,
That's a
especially.
good bowl cut.
But I had the worst bowl cut in like 6th or 7th grade, to be honest. Even that old. Not even like when I was 6, it was pretty bad. But that's when I had sun bleached hair. So, yeah. Regardless. So that happened. Though I thought the opening scene was really good. You know, I was kind of like jittery going in. I'm like, well, let's see where this goes. And then I was watching the opening scene, and it was great, right? They felt the need to do another Batman origin story, which is understandable. I get why they did it. New audiences. Remind people that Bruce's mom's name is Martha. You know, some people don't know that. Seeing all those memes over Instagram.
This is the thing, though. Like, I can see what they were trying to do. It's just like they did it badly. Because like that's supposed to be the first time that like Bruce sees that Superman has like humanity in him, that he's not just an alien god. But like it was done so badly.
Martha.
Have you seen the like the memes people are making of like the end of Civil War? Like they're like Cap and Tony are about to like finish off each other, and then the one who's getting finished off is like, save my friend James, and then the other one's like, oh, I've got a friend named James as well, and then they join forces at the end because Bucky's saying
fight Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. No. Oh God. No.
What did everyone think of Doomsday?
He was there. He happened. He was. I've heard people say this. He's not a character. He's a force of nature, right? He's a force of nature there to bring them together, to make the Trinity.
Has anyone read Death and Return of Superman? Like from the comics, where Doomsday first appeared?
Yeah, with the comic book bubble that nearly destroyed the comic book industry.
Yeah, like
no.
Don't read it if you haven't already. But like B, they have done Doomsday better than any of his appearances in the comics. Most notably, better than like when he appeared in that. Because like he's a terrible character. He's not even really a character. Like the Max Landis video like captures it perfectly. But like so anyone's complaints with Doomsday in the comics, in the film, sorry, like no matter how legitimate it is, I'm just like just go read them in the comics, and then you'll see like you can't complain about the film version after that.
I think they did something with Doomsday in the New 52 where Superman had like Doomsday virus or something, so it was turning into Doomsday. It was weird.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, but a bit convoluted. Like the thing, the thing
like
where he
Batman
lost
v
his
Superman.
powers recently. It's like, New 52.
New 52. Now we got Rebirth.
Oh, that's not New 52 anymore. It's just...
Even though they're finishing off all like the main series at 52 issues. Which I'm like, all right, you silly little buggers.
Yeah.
Wait, so hang on. Is Rebirth the proper reboot, or are they just renumbering all the titles?
No, they're renumbering it. They're changing up. We'll talk about Rebirth momentarily.
Okay.
We're stuck. Well, yeah, that's something to come. No, but we got more Batman v Superman. I guess just gonna continue on with that. This has been like a really polarizing thing for people. Jesse Eisenberg, performance as Lex Luthor. It seems like people either hated it or they loved it, and it feels like there's no in between for a lot of people. Even though there's always in between, there's always a gray area. What do people think of Lex? Because I personally loved him. All right. I felt like the movie would have been too. He brought something to the movie. All right, something different, something new, and I appreciate that. And I genuinely loved his performance, except for that one scene where he's like on stage, and that was getting a little weird for me.
Oh yeah, he just started stuttering like crazy.
He's kind of going a little schizophrenic there, and it's like, yeah. So what everyone think of him?
Are we not allowed to be in the middle?
I'll just say,
you can. Be
I think I agree on a lot of people when they say that Jesse Eisenberg would be much better as a Riddler than Lex Luthor. I mean, I've seen a couple clips of the movie itself with him in it, and at first, the second trailer, I believe, when he's talking to Batman and Superman at the party. I was a bit iffy about it. I thought he was gonna be an annoying character. Like the way his voice was, I don't know, it never pleased me. And yeah.
But you
So-
Kind of how he
grow
was
to
in the
love
movie,
him,
though.
though, you know? Like, he's got the Jolly Ranchers. It's like...
Yeah.
There was actually there was a funny picture where it was, like, a picture of Zod, and then Lex Luthor is like, here, have a, have a Snickers, but here, have a Jolly Rancher. And then
Oh my
changes
God.
him, and then he changes it into Doomsday, and he's like, better. Yeah.
I love those kinds of memes.
They're so great.
Nice meme.
Jack, what'd you think of the eyes in Bird?
I liked him. I didn't love him or hate him. I thought okay. This is the thing is like because like he goes from being like mildly crazy to completely crazy at the end. that 40 seconds that 40-second deleted scene that they released like after the film came out actually gives him a really strong character arc. But because that wasn't in the film, he just comes across as being like a weird, rich, intelligent kid, basically. So like I think it's a great idea. I think it mostly worked, but I don't know.
I thought his best moment was like on the rooftop with Superman, and he's like tick tock.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that was.
I did like a little kind of initial reactions thing on Instagram, where I initially gave the movie 8 out of 10, even though I don't really like giving things numerical values in terms of like ratings, because that kind of devalues the whole point of a review. Regardless, I'm more thinking like a 7 out of 10, and the movie's good. It's got some gripes. Superman, in my opinion, he didn't have enough emotion. He had no emotion, right? He's in the middle of like Capitol Hill, and then the guy in the wheelchair blows up, and he doesn't even seem phase bricked by it. All right, he just
I think he just accepted the fate, though.
but he didn't even, he just like closed his eyes and that's it, and then he just opens his eyes. I don't think he even moved his arms from like that position where he's like holding them in front of his torso. He didn't even flinch. Right? He didn't even seem distraught that dozens of people around him were incinerated by Lex Luthor. Well, he might not have known that, but...
Oh, oops.
What?
Anyways, so what does Lex Company even do in the movie? And like, what is his motives? Like, I never understood.
Oh my god, I have no idea.
Yeah,
He
that was one thing I
doesn't
didn't like about
like
Lex Luthor
Superman.
a lot, because like, yeah, go ahead.
Well, why does Lex Luthor ever hate Superman in the comics? Because he
Like-
doesn't like that he has that much
Because-
power, and that he doesn't have
Well,
that power.
It's
I don't know.
yeah, that's the thing. It's like he's like Hugo Strange. It's like because he can't be Superman, he wants to destroy him.
Yeah.
And it's like because I think like the best version of Luthor in the comics is like he's basically like the sort of self-acclaimed, smartest and most powerful man on Earth until Superman comes along. And then like uses the excuse of like superhero activity is making mankind like lazy and unable to sort of do anything for itself, like using that kind of thing as an excuse to sort of further his own selfish like motives. But like the film that was just like I don't know, I don't even really know.
I think it is something like that in the movie. It's just not done that
Maybe.
well, you know.
Maybe Lex Luthor should have been introduced in Man of Steel to develop like that attitude, and it would have made more sense for when he became the villain.
This is the thing, is like one of the things they could have done, because the LexCorp building is like shown in Man of Steel getting completely wrecked by the satellite that falls onto Metropolis. Like that could have been like a primary motivation, is so many of Lex's interests in Metropolis, like in terms of property, could have been destroyed by the battle, and like that could be what starts him off hating Superman, and then like that develops into a full-blown sort of like rage. But they didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
It would have made sense. Yeah.
What else?
Like this is the thing. Like the socio-political aspect of BvS is like it started off so well. The political drama in the first half is so good, and then it just gets forgotten. It's sort of it ends up being really half-hearted, which is a shame. Because like that was my favorite part of the film, was like how the world and Batman are like regarding Superman like post Man of Steel. Because I mean, you can't forget, like, yes, he's the good guy, and yes, he was inexperienced, but you can't forget that just how much damage was done to Metropolis. And they started dealing with it, and then they didn't go whole hog.
Yeah.
Like it got forgotten basically.
They did it so well with like how Batman or why Batman hates Superman or dislikes him. He has, from his perspective, he has like every right to dislike him. He destroyed his building in Metropolis. I think that was in Metropolis.
Killed his friend.
Yeah. He killed we didn't really know what their relation was, but it could have been like a family friend or something, probably. Friend of the company or whatever, co-worker.
Yeah.
Killed him in that building in a very kind of 9/11.
Killed that little girl's mom.
Yeah, the little girl's mom.
Well.
Almost killed the little girl if Bruce didn't come in there. Took away that guy's legs,
Oh.
Yes.
And that whole sequence was done very 9/11-esque, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Well, no, that was very intentional.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the 9/11 imagery is like, it's still so fresh in like cultural memory that like invoking that just creates such a powerful image.
Right. And even for like we grew up, I'm saying we, but like younger Americans that have grown up in like this post 9/11 kind of world. I don't know what I was gonna say. But it just kind of resonates with us. I'm not sure if more or less, because we didn't really see it happen, but we've felt the effects of it. I don't know. It was very strong, powerful imagery throughout that sequence, and I thought that part was done very well. Like you said, Jack, it feels like two different movies, right? First half, sociopolitical drama. Second half, Justice League setup, the movie.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. Oh god, the Justice League setup itself. That was something I didn't like about the film. Was the montage scene. That's just like the laziest writing possible.
Yeah.
There are so many better ways that they could have introduced Aquaman, Cyborg, and Flash, and they did not.
Marvel did 5 solo movies to build up their characters. DC had a 50-second clip of an email.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Is like, if you think about it, there are so many. Like, you don't need to actually show them, but you can set the rest of the Justice League up really easily. Like, there are so many things that you could do in the South Indian Ocean with Aquaman.
Right.
There are so many things that you could do with, because the cut scene from like of Lex Luthor communing with Steppenwolf in the scout ship. Like, they're using mother boxes, and it's a mother box which activates like Cyborg in the clip. Like, again, there are so many things that you can, like, even just that in itself, like, people who are familiar with Cyborg's backstory post Flashpoint will get the reference. And then Flash, obviously, like, we had the time travel bit, so they didn't need the key. Yeah. She's the key.
Lois is the key. Okay.
I hated that whole bit.
Can we talk about Lois Lane here a little bit? Amy Adams.
Yeah, sure.
She's nice. She's great, but they shoved too much. They tried to make her more relevant than she needed to be. She was like
subplot.
Oh my god.
What do you think of this bullet?
It was so unnecessary. That is just,
yeah.
What was the entire point of that subplot? To connect LexCorp to like terrorism or something?
Well, I think because like they needed to have a way of, because like basically like if they hadn't done that subplot, they could very easily have had it so that like Lex could very easily have got out of everything at the end after pitting the two superheroes against each other, and then arguably like Doomsday as well. It's like, oh, something came out of the Kryptonian ship. It's got nothing to do with me though. But that gave him a level of accountability that he could go to prison for. But it was badly done.
Which wouldn't have because in that 40-second clip, as you also mentioned, they had like those agents coming in on him while he was doing that. So
Yeah.
that would have.
Oh my god, but like that 40 seconds, like it shows why he goes slightly crazy. It shows how he knows that Darkseid's coming. And best of all, it shows a Steppenwolf. And like, what? Why would you cut that out? Why would you cut that out? And just like, I can't explain how excited I was when I saw that scene, and like how devastated I was that it's a deleted scene.
But like,
Sadness.
what do you guys think about that last jail scene when he like visited him? Like,
What
it was, like,
happened
everything
again?
about it.
What happened in that scene again? I forgot.
Like
Batman gets
like,
angry and punches
Oh
something.
yeah.
yeah, and he like shaves his head off too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
This
that
is
was
the thing.
pretty-
Why is
that was
why is
cool.
why is the Bat brand a death sentence in prison? I don't
I
understand.
don't know. That's what I was
Because-
wondering too.
Because they're all in there because of Batman. It's not like the people
I-
with the brand are working with him.
I think they mentioned it. Like people who are given the Bat brand are like the worst of the worst. Like they're pedophiles, they're human traffickers. So then they get
Yeah.
put in prison, and even though they're among fellow prisoners that have also done terrible things, I think the logic here is that the prisoners are gonna have like prison justice and beat up and kill those people because they know they trust in Batman to know when his judgment is right, about a person.
Yes. Yes.
Speaking of Batman, can we
Gun torture Batman.
can we talk about how amazing Ben Affleck was as Batman? Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Oh my god.
He was amazing.
Fantastic.
Just like the pure emotion that he gave, and like throughout several points of the movie, he was so good as Batman. So good. I can see why
So many people doubted him
I
too.
can see why they added more Batman. Which part of the movie do you think were part of the reshoots to add more Batman in? Probably, I'd imagine it'd be like that warehouse scene, right? Because they were doing reshoots to add more Batman in after they saw like the rough cut, so they probably added in that warehouse scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the first half felt like it was more like a Batman solo film at first. Like,
Well, they
I
got
don't know, just like kept going.
It's just the way they like introduced like the first scene with the killing of his parents. Kind of felt like it.
I mean, they got to introduce the
Well,
character.
there were
right?
rumors.
Yeah, so.
There were rumors for a while that they were going to split it into two films. They were going to split it into Batman v Superman: Enter the Night and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. And I think they really should have done that. That would have been like,
Then they
because
kept
that
in
would have
Barbara
given them-
Gordon.
Yes, that was the thing. She was in it. Like, oh my god, why did they? Oh, I'm actually genuinely excited for the R-rated cut, just purely because like, Batgirl.
Yeah, screw you, Rogue Cut, with your 3 minutes of extra footage. Batman v Superman
Did it only have
Ultimate
3 minutes in the end?
it was not much. Honestly, the Rogue Cut, that's a totally undeserved name. Rogue was in it for 20 seconds in a 20-second clip. Legitimately, I'm not kidding. I saw the clips on YouTube. But the R-rated edition, Ultimate Edition, is going to be like 3 hours long. Legitimately, because I feel like they've cut so much out of this movie that screw you,
Yeah,
Rogue Cut.
because like some of the scenes felt like awkwardly placed and cut at points. That like
Yeah,
it's kind of like it got the TASM 2 and AOU treatment,
too many characters, too many cooks, too many.
and just the way we had too many scenes. Like I don't know, but I noticed that in Age of Ultron, like it kind of just randomly cuts to Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver just going to the church with Ultron.
Mhm.
It didn't really even explain any of that.
And
I don't know.
Yeah.
We ain't off.
Then one of those
topic.
deleted scenes like explain that part.
Yeah,
I don't know.
something like that. I don't know. I didn't really see
I
most
only,
of them.
I only
but-
saw AOU once, so
It's the only Blu-ray I have.
I've only seen like
Like, 'cause
most of the
yeah.
Marvel movies once. The only ones I've seen multiple times are I've seen like Iron Man 8 times. I've seen Iron Man 2 like 12 times. I apologize.
I've seen all of them multiple times except Incredible Hulk, and I haven't seen Thor 2 all the way through a second time because like I enjoyed it when it was in the cinema, and then I sat down to watch it and it's like, oh right, okay. I don't really like Thor 2.
Yeah,
To
I
be
haven't
honest.
seen Thor 2, but people just told me it's better to just skip it.
I saw this video.
kind of-
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay. Well, I saw this video on YouTube. It was like a supercut of like the road to Civil War, like all the
Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh yeah, that was
and
so
then,
good.
and then they showed like I forgot that London like totally got devastated in that attack in Thor 2 because they just kind of glossed over that in like all the Civil War trailers. They're like Sokovia, New York, the other one, Washington D.C.
Well, if it's not in America, it doesn't count.
Well, Sokovia, was
Yeah,
in
no,
Russia.
but like that's not a real country, so it's okay.
In Russia, was Sokovia not in Russia, or was the town?
No, Sokovia. Sokovia is supposed to be a small like country, like a really small country.
Oh, I thought
But,
that was the name of the town or the village.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
village or whatever.
I'm gonna MC wiki it right now.
Yeah. So, that's a little thing on Thor 2. Anyway, Batman v Superman. Jeremy Irons was great. I want to see more Jeremy. I can see why they like immediately ordered like a trilogy of Batman movies.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool. Do you guys think that Suicide Squad is gonna build more into like Justice League setup? Do you think they can?
Hopefully.
No,
Or do you think
I
it's
don't
just going to
think
build?
it is.
I think it might build more into like the Batman trilogy. I think
Mm-hmm.
because they're going to build up Joker, right? In some capacity, even though we don't really know who I don't think Joker's going to be the bad guy in Suicide Squad. It's going to be, I don't know, undefined. We don't really. There's not like a clear cut antagonist in that movie. It's kind of a little bit of everything. Anyway, so what are we at? An hour and 11 minutes. That's fun. Go ahead. What'd you say? What do you wanna say?
So I feel like, you know how Batman like killing people's been getting a lot of backlash from like people.
Yeah.
All right, so I think it's getting the same treatment Man of Steel did because remember, like after like all the destruction, everyone started getting really like mad, and then they were like, okay, we need to find a way to fix this. So they like did the whole Batman vs Superman like, like everyone's pissed at Superman crap. But I feel like they're doing the same thing with Batman's killing because I remember I saw a picture of the Suicide Squad Batmobile and it had no guns on the front like it did in Batman vs Superman. So people think that Superman's death like inspired Bruce to like whatever be like way more careful and like I don't know, just
Suicide
like overall
Squad
not killing more.
Suicide Squad is
that is actually a really good theory.
Yeah, Suicide Squad is confirmed to take place after BvS. So, I mean, also Bruce comes back from being Batman, like from being just new, so maybe he's kind of back into his old routine.
Holy crap! You know at the beginning of Batman v Superman, when they're in foreign country land. And I don't know what they say on it. Lois's photographer friend is actually Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah,
I know.
And he dies.
Yeah, he
just killed off Jimmy Olsen.
But he was like a CIA agent, right?
Yeah,
because he had like that little track. He's like she didn't know anything about it. So Jimmy Olsen was in the CIA, I guess.
Yeah, but like his sister works at the Daily Planet still. Like Jenny Olsen is Jenny, the blackhead. Yeah, but Jimmy Olsen gets killed. But funnily enough, did anyone ever watch Smallville? Because in series 7, he is the clone of Lex Luthor's younger brother.
What?
The actor.
He is?
Yes. Yeah, Lex Luthor has his deceased baby brother cloned, and this guy ends up running the Daily Planet for a while. I know, it's a really weird series.
What?
I know.
We should.
That was where Smallville started a bit bad.
Okay, Batman v Superman. Final thoughts on BvS.
Yay!
7 out of 10. It was cool.
6.7 out of 10.
We actually didn't talk about this, but the Wonder Woman was incredible in the film. That was a lot of people's favorite part. Even mine was the
chills when that theme song started playing.
Yeah, with like the guitar. Like, when does Hans Zimmer have like guitars in his music?
This actually wasn't mostly Hans Zimmer. Like, he did bits of it, but it's mainly Junkie XL.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Hans Zimmer, he's retiring from superhero music.
Really?
That's what I heard.
That's a shame.
I heard that as well. I don't blame him as well. He's done a lot.
Yeah, he did Tasm 2 recently too, right?
He did, actually. That was probably the best part of the film. Well, no, probably the best part of the final cut of the film. If you put all the deleted scenes back into Tasm 2, it's a really good, sort of conspiracy thriller superhero film. as it is, it's all right. But like, it's a really good conspiracy thriller. If you add all the deleted scenes back in, I don't know why they took them out. It annoys me.
All right, so
I just want to mention that the actual BvS part is like 10 minutes, and it's amazing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fight's fantastic.
Just the sink, he just like bashes Superman over the head with the sink. All right, I'm done. I swear. We're running on 1 hour 15 minutes, so that's cool. We had some trailers recently. We had the X-Men Apocalypse second trailer, which I didn't rewatch before the podcast. So you guys are going to talk about it. Yeah.
See, every time there's been like an X-Men movie, the trailers have always been like very underwhelming in my opinion. But like when the actual movies come out, they're like pretty well done. Like I really enjoyed Days of Future Past, and I thought First Class was really well done too. But like, I don't know. So far, just kind of underwhelmed. But I think it'll be well done.
I read somewhere that
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. There was an article somewhere where it was. I think I don't know. It was one of those. I think it was Empire Magazine confirmed that they were gonna have like Weapon X in the as a part of the film. So I'm more intrigued now. I was kind of borderline excited for this movie, but now I'm getting into it. I'm warming up to it slowly. Yeah. So. Yeah. Anyone else really care? May 27th. That's coming up pretty quickly, actually.
Wow. It's gonna be good. Wow.
And we got some teasers as well for the Lego Batman movie.
Oh god.
Which
looks so good.
Amazing. It's like it feels.
I am so pumped.
It's like it's every as bit as visually pleasing as the Lego movie was, right? But but it's Batman, and it's just oh my god.
I don't think any of those scenes are going to be in the movie, though, right? They were just made for like promotional reasons, right? I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah. What?
How are they gonna?
I think the first trailer will be, but.
Oh yeah,
the second one was
definitely. Was the first one the Batcave teaser or the Wayne Manor one?
The Batcave.
I think it was the Batcave. Yeah.
The bat nipples. These writers know what to do, and Will Arnett, of course, is. Excuse me, Batman. I looked it up the other day, and you know who's playing Robin? That I can't. Remember.
Oh wait, no, not Jesse. I keep saying Jesse Eisenberg.
Michael Cera.
Yeah, Michael Cera. That's the.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I know. Like, if you don't know who Michael Cera is, look it up, Google. But he's the guy in a lot of things actually, isn't he? He's in Scott Pilgrim,
Superbad.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, he is Scott Pilgrim.
He's in This Is the End. He has a small part in that.
Was he in Arrested Development? Was that Sarah? No.
I don't remember.
Do not know.
Maybe. Oh yeah, he was. He was in Arrested Development. Juno. This is the End. Superbad.
That was a really good film, Juno.
I've seen Juno, but it was against my will. I just watched it in school.
I can just.
It was weird.
I could just like imagine. Wait, why would you watch that in school? It's about like teen pregnancy. That actually makes a lot of sense now. Actually, it makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Like for sex ed class, he's like, "Don't do this because this is what's gonna happen."
We actually studied it for our writing module, like in terms of like character development. It's a really good case study.
Yeah.
I could just like imagine his voice as like Robin. They got someone. They got or are they? And for Joker, they got what's it? Jonah Hill? No, not Jonah Hill. No.
No, because he's freelance.
Yeah. No. Batman movie. Lego Batman movie.
Weren't you prepared for this?
Sorry. It's on IMDb. They have it. So, yeah, so the Lego Batman movie, Bat Nipples, am I right? Ha 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 ha. Zach Galifianakis. They got Zach Galifianakis for the Joker.
Oh yeah.
Are you serious? That's amazing.
Yeah, I kid you not. And they got Claire from Daredevil to be Barbara Gordon.
To play Batgirl.
Yeah. Rosario Dawson. And then Ralph.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, I know, that's
Derek
weird.
plays
Wait, Ralph Fiennes? Wasn't he in
Rafe Fiennes.
Fiennes? Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Rafe. Rafe as in, like,
Rafe?
pronounced weird. Yeah,
Without
Rafe
that.
Fiennes.
He looks like the friar from Romeo and
Oh.
Juliet.
Is he Voldemort?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No wonder he
You know
looks
the guy, Mr. Bean was nearly Voldemort, as in the actor who plays
Oh
Mr.
my
Bean,
God,
Rowan
no.
Atkinson.
Oh no.
That would have been great.
I know.
No. That would have been so...
God.
How do I feel about this?
Yeah, no, Lego Batman movie looks great. So start making Lego Batman videos, kids, if you want to get views.
Yeah.
And then
God knows there aren't enough.
that was our hour-long media discussion.
Oh damn.
Yeah, this is gonna be mega podcast. And now we're on to news discussion.
Yay!
DC Rebirth. They had a live stream the other day. Yeah.
I didn't watch.
No, it was a 2-hour live stream, but half an hour was like the live stream will be starting in half an hour. So it was really like an hour and a half long. But no, they it was at WonderCon.
Yeah.
And they showed off like a bunch of the a bunch of the series that are going to be happening. A lot of the writers, a lot of the artists as well, in kind of like panel forms, like, and now here's the Bat family, and here's the Justice League family, and here's the Teen Titans, and that you know, and then they had a few others that they didn't really talk about. But they had a lot to show. They had a lot of cover art, a lot of concept art for what's going to be happening. Nightwing's coming back. We already knew that Nightwing's coming back, but he's coming back in his full blue suit glory, not the 80s mullet blue suit. I'm talking about like the blue bird.
Wait.
You know, look. Basically, Isma Hawke's version of Nightwing is back. He's no longer Grayson. What else? Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, who have been on the Batman train. Jeremy would have loved to talk about this. Who were doing Batman for the past 50 odd issues, are they're moving on. Greg Capullo's doing other stuff. Scott Snyder's doing All-Star Batman, which is apparently it's gonna be like Two-Face and Batman going on a cross-country road trip while assassins try to like murder them. So that's fun, even though in Batman and Robin, like, they kind of killed off Two-Face, almost. I mean, they showed Two-Face holding a gun to his head, then we saw a splat, a boom, and then, like, blood on the wall. So basically, Two-Face committed suicide, but I guess not. So...
Wait, are they revealing the Joker's identity?
Yeah,
Didn't we talk-
that's another thing. Justice League number 50, which is not technically Rebirth, but... right before Rebirth.
It's May 25th.
They're going to be revealing the Joker's identity. I think like in Justice League 42 or 43 with like the whole Darkseid War thing that's going on.
Yeah.
Batman was...
I mean, bear in mind that it's not like every version of the Joker. It's just post Flashpoint Joker that is this version. Like,
right.
So whether the reveal is good or not, like, it's still like, I don't know. It doesn't have to affect like all of Joker continuity, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because like I'm kind of worried that it might be something dumb.
It's Bruce Wayne.
It's Dick Grayson, like Dark Knight Returns. Wait, no.
No, it's
No,
Jason
Dark-
Todd.
No, what was it? Oh God, no. Dark Knight Strikes Back. Wasn't Dick Grayson? He went insane and did something in the Dark Knight Returns sequel, which was god awful. What else is there? We got a series with like Superman's son and Damian Wayne. They're having like a series together now, which is interesting. New Teen Titans series with a traditional roster, and Damian Wayne as the resident Robin. And nobody wants him to be Robin, but he's gonna lead the thing anyway. So that's cool. Titans with
Sorry, no, that's the other weird thing. Like DC Rebirth is like basically another like, and I don't blame them for this. Is like an attempt to make comics sort of easy for people for new readers to get into. But the version, as far as I can tell, the version of Superman that they're using is the one from Lois and Clark, like from
Yeah.
post Convergence.
Yeah.
So New 52 Superman has just disappeared. So there are two versions of Superman out there, one of whom is heavily bogged down in like continuity. And that really doesn't strike me as a smart decision.
Oh, and he just got his identity revealed, to the world.
Oh yeah.
By Lois Lane. So,
Yeah.
That's great.
I still don't understand the reason. I still didn't understand her reasons for that.
It was like it was something about I think it was there's like this villain that they have. It's called I don't remember, Doctor something. I can't pronounce his name correctly at all.
Evil.
He's like a generic, AI intelligence kind of thing.
Yeah.
AI intelligence, that's a little redundant. But it's called Hodor. It's not Hodor. No, it's like a Hogdur or something.
Yeah.
He asks Superman to come to a secret lair, or else he'll reveal his identity to the world. And then Superman's in there, and then he wants Superman to get strapped into a chair and go supernova, so these robots would absorb his energy. And then Lois Lane was like, "Ha, screw you guys! I'm gonna reveal his identity anyway, so he doesn't have to die." So that's basically why she did it.
Okay.
Not the best reason.
No, really not.
The Flash has new writers, and they have an interesting concept. It's Flash is gonna have over Central City. There's a Speed Force storm, basically. So a few dozen people get struck by lightning, and so there are dozens of new speedsters out there. So the Flash has to go around teaching them to do good. And of course there's some that, want to be villains, and they're reluctant heroes, and then there's those that want to be heroes, and there's a new speedster called Godspeed whose costume design looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's white and
I need to look him up.
white and yellow.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
No.
Well, they use black and yellow for the... Yeah, he looks really cool though.
That was so good. Right, Godspeed. I'm just loading it up on Movie Pilot. Oh my god, that looks so cool.
I know, right? Godspeed.
Ooh.
Exactly. So, people making... they got a Supergirl comic now. They got a Green Arrow comic. Even though they had those before, I think. Basically, what they explained at the whole thing... Not Dan Didio. I can't remember his name. But they were explaining what Rebirth is, and it's it's all about legacy, is what they were kind of what they were trying to pass it off as, bringing back old characters. They're also kind of trying to morph it around what's going on in DC's media stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why they have Flash series and Green Arrow series they already had, but now they also have Supergirl series and with a suit that looks
as long as they
do it.
Yeah. So. Because as long as they do it better than Marvel, because Marvel did post Secret Wars, they basically all different Marvel is just an attempt A to tap into different audiences, more diverse audiences, but B to fit more with the media. And overall, I can say it's been awful. I really enjoyed some of it, but most of it's been pretty crap.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm actually really excited for this. Apparently,
yeah, me too.
They have 6 or 7 different Superman series that they're going to be doing, different variations. They have Superman, Supermen, Supergirl.
Yeah.
Superwoman. Yeah. So I feel like there was other things. I can't remember. I don't have the link up of what they have. Oh, and for those of you who didn't know, a lot of main series, we didn't talk about this before, but a lot of the main series of DC is going twice monthly, at least when they start launching in June. And they're going to be on standard, or normally they're going to be $3 an issue instead of $4, which is nice, but it's still twice monthly for the big series like Batman, Superman, Flash. What else? This is all gonna be kicking off with Rebirth #1. Apparently, character's gonna die, and it's an 80-page comic that's gonna be $3, which is nice.
Jesus.
I know, right? and I think that comes at the end of May, if I'm correct.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. The cover looks great. They showed the cover. And, yeah. More Green Lantern stuff. I like Batman's new suit, even though it's not really that new. So that's it for DC Rebirth. That was me ranting about that. We have just a few more little news little tidbits. Aquaman is supposed to have a lighthearted, swashbuckling feel, apparently.
Ooh.
So
That could be fun.
yeah, it could be. But remember,
I
when
really
we
like
got
the series at the moment.
the comic series.
Yeah.
This is the movie.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
the movie.
Oh, that could be
Which
fun as well.
I'm kind of 50-50 on because, everyone was like, "Oh, Aquaman's stupid. He's lame. He talks to fish." And then we got that first image of Jason Momoa. He's in Unite the Seven, which for Batman v Superman, which was way off of what they showed about him.
Oh, yeah.
But everyone was gonna be like, "Oh, it's gonna be like this Aquaman movie, like this badass Aquaman movie," and it can still be that, but swashbuckling, lighthearted Aquaman.
Yeah, well, I think it can be that and badass at the same time.
It could be.
Depends on,
It could be.
It depends whether they're good writers or not.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you guys think of his brief appearance of just him stabbing the camera? I just thought that was really funny.
Was he in the Titanic or something? I feel like he was in the. Oh no, but that would have been halfway across the world because that's in the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Titanic's been dredged, hasn't it? Oh no, that's the Mary Rose. Sorry,
Yeah,
ignore me.
Titanic's still 10,000 feet under, 20,000 leagues under the
Yeah.
sea, in the middle of the Atlantic. And Aquaman's mainly in the South Pacific, from what it looks like. Maybe, I don't know.
Yep.
When we saw that South Pacific part in Batman v Superman, I was like, oh, this is where Aquaman's gonna come in. Yeah, no, okay. So there's that, and also they're gonna have sea monsters, which is gonna be cool. Or they may or may not have sea
nice.
monsters. Can either confirm nor
I
deny.
love a good sea monster.
That's fun. The Kraken, as they say in Canada.
Release the Kraken.
Kraken. Dragons.
Vegan.
And this is another thing. Suicide Squad is doing reshoots to make it more comedic, which I think is a wise decision. Honestly, I think Captain Boomerang's gonna steal the show. In the trailers from what we've seen, him cracking open that beer, him just coming out of that duffel bag and punching a guy in the face. I think he's gonna steal the show, to be honest. Yeah. That's all we really got for news, and I have a sore throat now. So, Q&A section, you guys can talk about questions, and we'll answer them. So, Jack, want to take the first one?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have
so
the
this
doc,
is-
do you? You don't have the doc.
What? Yeah, no, I do.
Oh, okay.
So this is Dominic_Larson.
He has 4 questions.
Will
for
we
us.
see?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Will we see more of the Avengers, and will the universe come to be more centered around them? Maybe. If not, will it center around another team or faction? It's sort of I don't know. It's focus. I don't know. If anything, it's focusing more on street heroes.
Yeah.
So I guess.
I mean, the idea.
I guess you could say. Yeah.
I mean, the idea of it's not like an Avengers TV show where everything centers around them, or on the Avengers, animated show, Avengers Assemble or Earth's Mightiest Heroes, where everything kind of revolves around them and they're the protectors of the whole Earth. This is the beauty of having a whole universe to play with. We're gonna play with the universe, and different factions are gonna fight their respective fights. So it's not just gonna be more.
Squirrel Girl?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Squirrel Girl. No, yeah, we're gonna start up Great Lakes Avengers pretty soon here.
Very soon.
Very soon. Can we legitimately do that? I really want.
Oh god.
Because they have that
shall I
squirrel
carry on?
tail piece. Yeah. No, continue, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so are Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch the children of Magneto or the Hydra experiments? They're the children of Magneto. I mean, they're only Hydra experiments in Age of Ultron because they didn't have the rights to X-Men material, and so we don't have that same restriction. So, they have no involvement with Hydra at all. Because, no. Did Coulson Dine come to be resurrected, or did that ever happen? No. We're not the MCU. We might take inspiration from it, but we're our own story, so there's literally no reason for us to have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we start like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series, which is basically, now that I think about it, Agents of, or not, S.H.I.E.L.D. Declassified, pretty much. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Oh, you can ask your own question, Kris.
Okay. Well, can I join the MBU?
No.
All right. No, you can take the next one, Kris, if you want.
Oh crap, I'm not even on it. All right, give me a second.
Mario, you can take the next one then, if you're ready.
Oh,
No, wait, I got it.
Okay, Kris.
Oh, okay, okay.
This is from JGL_animations. Have you ever wrote a project that has never been made? If so, what was it? Is it to everyone or just
Yeah, no,
me?
this is everyone.
I don't know.
You could answer that first.
I guess I'll take it away. There's actually a lot of projects that I've made and never, or scripts I've made and never really started on a project. Let's flashback to the good old Justice League Very Cold Day series. I actually started episode 2, and I never came around to finish it because it was supposed to be based around like a comedic series, and I just kind of lost interest in comedy stuff, and so I just made new projects. And I also wanted to do like a Nightwing standalone series, which I also canceled. And yeah.
I actually, well, I just have like a few little Star Wars scripts that I never really like went through on. I look back now and they're not that good. But the biggest one, Howling Commandos. Just kidding. You guys were worried for half a second, weren't you there? No.
You better be joking.
The biggest example for me, and I made all the videos that I had planned to do prior to this one. Batman Beyond Reborn. It was
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember that? No, it was an adaptation of the first 2 episodes of the Batman Beyond animated show. And I made a few scenes, and I didn't really have the drive to finish the video. I look back on the script now, and it's terrible. Anyway, so
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I was thinking about remaking it and just doing like the one of the scenes, like the main action scene. I don't know. So, yeah.
You should.
Also,
That'd be pretty cool.
I feel like there was something else kind of big that I never really did. Boba and Jango is a scene. Well, I planned to do that series, which is kind of like a random parody kind of. It was essentially a series where I could channel all my Star Wars parodies into a series about Boba and Jango Fett time traveling throughout the Star Wars universe. And that's kind of in development hell right now because I haven't written it. And
Oh, like Gambit?
What?
You know the new Gambit movie? Or
Oh,
like
you
the
mean?
one that's
Oh yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
happen?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah,
anymore.
there's no way that's
Yeah.
gonna happen. Like their director is gone. That's a shame because Gambit is kind of
Yeah.
cool. He's actually really cool, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mario, do you have anything?
Oh, actually, I have more than just one thing. So, this pertains to my Spider-Man series. In season 1, there was at least 5 different drafts of the entire season. And same with season 2. There's been so many rewrites. I still have the scripts on my computer, but I sometimes take ideas from like the old ones. I kind of throw it in the mix with the new ones. So I'm not going to particularly say what happens in all of them. It just like, I don't know, there's some pretty cool events that probably wouldn't make much sense anymore. Like originally season 1, like it was supposed to be like, I think it was going to be a Planet Hulk thing. Like, I don't know what we were doing, but that's getting covered already now. But yeah, it was bad. And probably, I think I was writing like a Batman thing for my old series still on my channel, but it's not officially canceled, but yeah, it's not coming back. Yeah, that's it.
Jack.
Ooh, I have lots lots of projects that have been written and never realized. Oh god, it's almost like too many to talk about. But I mean, at various stages, like there have been a few live action projects which have sort of like morphed into other things. And I don't know, as far as recent stuff goes, there was supposed to be like, rather than Sinister Six, there was supposed to be like a Superior Spider-Man Superior Six video in the MBU.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But like, and I scripted most of that, and like, I actually thought it was really cool, but it just wasn't gonna do anything. Like, it wasn't important in the grand scheme of things, and it wasn't like something I could do as a throwaway short either. So I just ditched it. Yeah, and then there are a few other things like First Defenders was going to be a completely different series, and then it was a one video, and so all of the other story arcs in it got ditched, and now it's like a series again, but a different story. So technically, like the old version of Defenders that I had written is no longer happening. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say aside from that. Oh yeah, there were a bunch of Batman films throughout the years. One of them was called The Cape Crusader, and it was basically like the only Batman film I'd seen at the time was Batman Forever, and I basically wrote the plot of Batman Begins, but I didn't know that I had. Oh yeah, and there was like a villain that, like, if anyone remembers the Batman cartoon, like it was the villain Gearhead from that. Like, he was the main bad guy, and like I was really pleased with it at the time, but it was back in 2008, so you know it was probably rubbish.
Alrighty.
But yeah. Alrighty, tidy. Mighty patati.
Mario, want to take the next one? Just
Okay,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
The question comes from Lego MMS. Well, I misspelled that. Productions. How many installments will the Ultron Paragon story arc contain? I'm actually not sure of the answer. So.
Well, we got
just as many as there will be.
We have essentially all of Invincible Iron Man, give or take the last episode. Of the first story arc. A lot of one-offs and
Ultron Unlimited.
Yeah, Ultron Unlimited, Raft Breakout. Well,
yeah,
not really though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more AIM stuff. Which is kind of a result of Ultron, whatever. And then we have that finale that we haven't really started to think about yet.
Yeah.
Though we probably
it's all planned-ish, but
more or less.
It's just a matter of making it.
You should probably think about doing that eventually.
Yeah.
So a lot more than there are right now, pretty much. I don't know, ballpark anywhere from 10 to 20,000 videos.
Yep.
Don't hold us to that.
All right. Yeah. No.
Next question.
Gigolo asks, do you think there's going to be a Men in Black Brickfilm in the MBU because, whoops, I did not finish typing this question, because the Men in Black comics are owned by Marvel. Well, we're going to make a Men in Black MBU video in the same way that we're going to make a Star Wars MBU video, because Star Wars comics are owned by Marvel now. So... no, basically, I don't think we're gonna. I mean, we have Shield Declassified, which is kind of like at Men in Black, in a way.
Yeah, there's no real need for the Men in Black because like they're published by Marvel, but they're not 616. They're not like in any of the Marvel universes. They're just published by Marvel, the company. Yeah.
I should actually probably take this one because it's directed towards me. Nate Brick Studios asks, Alex, was it weird voicing Bucky and Steve? Not really. I mean, that came out of a necessity because I'm really lazy with finding voice actors. I usually do it until the last minute. I still need a voice actor for Claw. So we're just like, and there was kind of like this whole debacle of whether the guy we were getting for Cap at that time was going to continue voicing or if he was just like kind of on hiatus.
Yeah.
It turns out he was not going to continue voicing. So at the last minute, I just kind of did it both, and then they sounded pretty much the same voice. So in Winter Soldier Episode 1, I tried to differentiate it more, where I tried to make Bucky kind of more like lighthearted fun, where he's still like the adult version that we see in First Avenger, but kind of more playful, like traditional Bucky Barnes sidekick. And then Cap
Bucket Barnes.
try to make him more like stern and serious, you know. It is difficult, but you know, in future videos when we see the Winter Soldier voice differs much more than the regular Bucky voice, so it's more gravelly Batman essentially now. So yeah, it's weird. I try my hardest to differentiate the voices. Sometimes that doesn't work out. Yeah, whatever. Who else? Kris, wanna wait? No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, take this next one.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
This next question is from the Cybernet. Are you guys going to make some videos on the new Civil War 2?
Depends on what the story is. We might adapt.
Civil War verse.
I mean,
V2.
I mean,
Yeah, we
it
might
really,
take like bits here and there, but
it really depends on what the story is. I know it revolves around like a mutant who can see into the future kind of a bit, and then like Captain Marvel side is like, we should stop villains we should stop crimes before they happen. But Iron Man side is like, no, but they haven't done any crimes yet until they actually do happen. So I think that's why they're fighting.
yeah.
That's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, I know, right?
I didn't even know those.
But depending on how like the story goes, we might take inspiration from some of those. Like we take inspiration from other, you know, Marvel storylines. So it depends. You know, depends on how good it is. Depends on how much it fits with what we're doing. Depends on what we like. And then Mario, you can take this last question.
Oh,
and
beautiful.
The stuff in that. No, wait. The stuff in the parentheses
yeah.
is a part of the question as well. So you can say that as well. Okay, continue.
Okay, cool. He asks, what is your favorite movie? Don't say Spider-Man 3. Well, it is Spider-Man 3, so I'd be lying if I said something else.
Lol.
That's the reason.
No, but I mean, it depends. Does it mean like movie in general or superhero film?
In general.
I don't know if I have like
in general,
legit favorite film.
In general, we've already answered this question before, kind of. I guess you could do both.
Have we?
Yeah, at some point in an earlier podcast. I remember it because I've said it before, but my favorite movie's Empire Strikes Back. My favorite superhero movie, still Ant-Man. I mean, not Ant-Man, no, Iron Man, because the feels and the nostalgias.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh no, sorry, Batman 66. If you're going by pure nostalgia basis. Yeah.
All right, I don't really have a personal favorite like broad film, but for a superhero film, I think The Winter Soldier is one of my favorite superhero films. It was like really well done, in my opinion.
Kris.
That's it.
Wait, sorry. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
if I were to say superhero film wise, I'd probably go with
Spider-Man.
Crap, I honestly don't know. There's like so many good ones. Probably say The Dark Knight as either Dark Knight or Winter Soldier as my favorite superhero movie. But movie overall, probably have to be Inception or can't remember. Either Inception or something else.
Mm-hmm.
Jack? Mr. Film
I don't
Student?
know. Yeah, I mean, it's like a difficult decision. I'm pretty fond of. I don't know. It's like it's finding one film is really difficult. Like I really like Back to the Future 2. I really like Dark City. I really like Immortal Ad Vitam. But like I don't know, and The Lion King as well. Let's not forget that that classic. But I don't know. In terms of superhero film, it'd probably be. I don't know. That's a tough one as well. I'm pretty fond of Spider-Man 2 and Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm. I like Spider-Man 2 a lot, but I don't know if that's my favorite superhero film.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man 3 is your favorite superhero.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to say it because he said don't say it.
Yeah.
Lol.
All right, everyone. If you want to send in questions, just follow me on Instagram because I make a post before we record each podcast. or comment in the comments of this video, which is actually a lot easier for me to manage. So yeah, thanks everyone for sending in questions. That's basically everything we had for this almost 2-hour-long episode of the MBU podcast. Thanks again.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. Damn.
Daniel.
No, I knew I was gonna. Thanks Mario and Kris for for joining us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, watch Spectacular Spider-Man episode 5 coming probably today when this video comes out.
No, tomorrow.
It's
maybe?
gonna be today. It's gonna be uploaded on Friday.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, so today's March 31st, 2016.
So it's gonna be April Fools. Hey guys, I got a new Spider-Man.
For me, it is April 1st.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Whoops. April Fools, guys. You're not getting it.
No. Yeah. So thanks everyone once again for listening to the MBU podcast, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Bye, Daniel. No, okay. Well, I tried.